In Bethany, a small village surrounded by olive trees, Martha and Mary mourned the death of their brother, Lazarus. He had been buried for 4 days, and the grief weighed heavily on the house like a dark cloud. Friends and neighbors tried to console the sisters, but the pain was immense. Then a murmur spread among the crowd. "Jesus is coming." Martha ran to meet the Master. Her eyes were misty, but her voice came out strong. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." Jesus looked at her with tenderness and replied, "Your brother will rise again." "I know he will rise again in the last day," said Martha, with a lump in her throat. Jesus held her hands and declared, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, even though they die, will live." "Do you believe this?" Martha nodded with tears in her eyes and ran to call Mary. When Mary arrived, she fell at Jesus' feet, sobbing, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." Seeing her suffering and that of those who wept around, Jesus was deeply moved. His eyes shone with emotion, and then he wept. As he approached the tomb, a cave with a large stone at the entrance, he ordered, "Take away the stone." Martha hesitated. "Lord, it has been 4 days. The smell will be strong." But Jesus replied, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" Then the men removed the stone. The silence was absolute. Jesus lifted his eyes to heaven and prayed, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I know that you always hear me, but I say this for the sake of the crowd standing here, that they may believe that you sent me." Then, with a powerful voice, he cried out, "Lazarus, come out." The air seemed to vibrate. The crowd held its breath. Then, from the ruins of death, a figure appeared at the entrance of the tomb. Lazarus emerged, still wrapped in strips of cloth, with a bewildered look, breathing again. The cries of astonishment and joy echoed. Jesus smiled and said, "Unbind him and let him go." And on that day, many believed that Jesus was the Son of God.